What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF Network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. All right, people. Now, listen. It's one thing to be frustrated or upset that you lost a game, or you can even feel a little certain type of way if a motherfucker is over celebrating, right? In any type of sports, right? You can feel a certain type of way. It's nothing wrong with that. But when the leader of the team, which is the manager of a baseball team, the coach, is literally lying to referees, to the umpires, and literally comes to the press conference and blatantly make up a lie. Just blatantly makes up a lie. Listen, people, we're in a time where people, it's no consequences for lying anymore, right? Like it's one thing of you're lying about something and nobody can prove it that you're lying about something. We're in an age now where people are literally on video. Like, I don't know if people just stuck on stupid. I don't know what the fuck is going on. People just don't care about lying. Where they're just literally blatantly lying. You know they're lying. They're telling you they're lying, and somehow, some way, the person that lies gets offended that you're catching them in lies. But it was a college baseball game in against was it Georgia, I think it's Georgia College, something like that. It's a Georgia team, right? And you got Liberty, I guess it's Liberty's, I forgot what they call them, but it's that Liberty school, that religious school where Trump and all them speak. Remember the dude that was the head of the shit, and he got caught up in watching his wife have sex with younger men and shit. You know, that type of school, the fake religious school. That's what I call it, right? I'm not saying that all the kids go there don't really believe in God or they don't really believe in the religion, but they're getting taught by people that really don't live up to the word or the religion that they keep asking these kids to live by. But anyway, right? This dude goes to a religious school. And mind you, it's not no consequences for the lying. Right? And the dude, the black dude that was on Georgia, dude is the truth, right? As a college baseball player, you're the truth. You're having a very great season. He hits a home run, and he just go around. Listen, was he a little extreme with the celebration? Yeah. Did he milk the celebration going around the bases as slow as he did? Yeah. Was he taunting? Yeah. But for people, for this coach to get ready to say what the fuck he's getting ready to say and lie about it, listen, the kid wound up getting ejected, and mainly because the coach ran out to the umpires and said this shit. Listen to this.
And Ingrid did a great job.
Coach, what was your view on what happened with Trey Phelps and the home run, and what happened from there?
Yeah, I'm just protecting our guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm doing. I don't have anything to do with the ejection.
Sure.
But I'm going to protect our guys.
Now, remember what he's saying. He's saying the reporter asks him, all right, what do you think about the situation that happened with the other baseball player that got ejected? Right? He said his name, right? He says, I don't know, something, but I gotta protect my players. Now, mind you, somebody like that says that, like, and we're talking about baseball here at this point. Now, a few things could be, you could say, you would think in your mind that by him saying he has to protect his players, right? Which could mean maybe one of the pitchers from the team it seemed like they was intentionally hitting the batters of the Liberty team. You can assume that from what he's saying about protecting his players. It could be that the player that hit the home run, which is the dude that got ejected, that they're talking about, maybe he slung the bat at, you get what I mean? Like, it has to be, you would assume that it'll be something violent, right? Like, that's what you assume of what he's saying of, I gotta protect my players, right? Or he said something bigoted or something. Like, you get what I mean? Or he was threatening. Like you would assume that he said something like that, right? From how the coach is speaking, far as I have to protect my players. I don't know why he got ejected, but I gotta protect my players. What? You don't know why he got ejected, but you gotta protect your players. No, this is where good journalism come in at, which we rarely have anymore. When you're supposed to follow up on questions. When these motherfuckers are out here gaslighting the media with bullshit lies and making up scenarios that don't make any goddamn sense. Right? But listen to what he said again.
Sent the home run and what happened from there.
Yeah, I'm just protecting our guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm doing. I don't have anything to do with the ejection.
Sure.
But I'm going to protect our guys 100%. And that's my deal. I'm going to protect our guys. It's up to the umpires what they want to decide to do. And obviously they decided that he did enough to be ejected.
No, mind you, I need you to understand something. He said the same shit over and over again. I'm out there to protect my players. I don't know why the referees ejected him, but I guess they found out, I guess they seen enough or heard enough or whatever to eject this kid. This kid is, fuck. My daughter and them came in the house. I'm fucking netting here, man. Fucking waiting here. Make me like my last incense. Bitch. But anyway, fucking waiting here. Damn. But anyway, people. No mind you, this is a kid, right? To me, I'm 45. I'll be 45 this year. This dude, this young man is probably no more than 19, 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken. He might be 21, maybe. But I don't even think he's 21. I think he's like 19 or 20 years old. Right? Now, this is a grown-ass man sitting on a national platform, blatantly lying on a young man. Because he taunted them, or he may not have liked the taunt. Because you're going to hear what he really did. Right? We're going to hear what the young man, when he was taunting, and he was running down the bases, going around the bases, he was doing what he was doing. you're going to hear the coach tell you exactly what he said. Go back a little bit.
And that's my deal. I'm going to protect our guys. It's up to the umpires what they want to decide to do. And obviously they decided that he did enough to be ejected.
What do you mean protecting your guys? He hit a home run. He missed it.
He made remarks to our dugout and looked straight in our dugout. And at the end of the day, I'm going to protect our guys.
What do you say?
I'm not sure. I mean, 5,000 people, or 3,633 yelling at the top of their lungs. I'm not sure, but obviously it wasn't good. And
what? Yeah. Yo, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't listen. I like I said, I believe we this is the dumbest time in history to me. With all this technology, with all we supposed to be as a society more evolved and more educated than our past ancestors, for some weird reason, it seemed like we're stuck in Stupidville. Or these people must think we're stupid. Did you hear what he said? Run it back again. Let's run it back again. This shit, you can't make this up.
What do you mean protecting your guys? He hit a home run. He missed it.
He made remarks to our dugout and looked straight in our dugout. And at the end of the day, I'm going to protect our guys.
What do you say?
I'm not sure. I mean, 5,000 people, or 3,633 yelling at the top of their lungs. I'm not sure, but obviously it wasn't good. And
what? He turned to your dugout, said something, you couldn't hear him, but first of all, how can you even assume that he said something wrong? If it's 3,000, all these people there, and the crowd is loud, you didn't hear him. You didn't hear him say shit. You just seen his actions of he turned around and he said something that you couldn't hear. But you assume it had to be bad. It had to be bad. Why? Because he black? Yeah, I'm going to go there. Or is it because he taunted y'all? And you ain't like that. He embarrassed your players. Your players felt bad. That happens in sports, you idiots. See, listen. Either way, if it's a race thing, which I highly believe it is, right? Because the player was black that hit the home run and taunted them. And that whole side of his whole team was white. I ain't shocked. It's Liberty College. Not shocked. But he had a lot of white boys on his team, the black dude, right? Because it ain't a whole bunch of black people play baseball like that. It used to be back in the day, but not as much, right? They don't invest in the black community like that with black players, right? Because a lot of times for black people to play baseball, you gotta to have a kid young, you gotta start one of them kids out very young. Like when I started playing baseball, I probably was like about 8, right? But even in this day and age, you got to start them out even younger than that. You probably got to get them around like when they about 6 or 7, right? So, because honestly, people don't really understand this about baseball, right? Baseball is very, very slow, and you really have to use your mind in baseball, right? Because people don't, it's like you ain't running no plays or nothing like that, but baseball is skill, right? But you have to really, really work on your skill, right? Even just hitting, catching, throwing the ball. Like that's one of those sports that you really have to have skills, it ain't even about being as athletic, right? That's why when you see a lot of the black baseball players, a lot of them, they fast as fuck. All right, you know, we just built a little different. We're a little faster, right? We just got that speed in us a lot of the times, right? Or we very athletic and we can swing that ball or throw, swing that bat or throw the ball. It takes skills to play baseball. That's all I'm saying. Out of any sport, like every sport it's a skill level, but baseball is one of those sports that you really have to be skilled. And it's a mind thing with that shit, right? Because baseball is slow. So you got to have like damn near laser focus. You got to really pay attention to the game. You got to really love baseball too. Like you got to really love the sport to play it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I probably could have been out of any sport I play. I played all sports and shit. I played soccer, hockey, all that shit. A lot of that shit was more because I was athletic, right? But baseball, I was very, very good at. I was skilled. I can still play baseball to this day. Like, honestly. Like, if I go play for a softball team, I'm probably going to outshine a lot of motherfuckers even my age. Like, seriously. You get what I mean? So, like, baseball comes natural to me just because I played it so young, right? And I'm skilled at it. I still can play baseball, right? But yeah, you have to be skilled to play baseball. But my point is, people, is that one thing I know about baseball too, taunting, like pitchers usually fuck you up when you taunt. Like, right, if you get up there and you get up the bat, the pitchers don't forget that. The team be telling them, like, hey, don't forget to hit that motherfucker with the ball. Just let him go. Just hit his ass. Like, one thing about baseball, people don't like the taunting. I can really say that, but for a coach to run out there and lie and say damn near, basically saying he's taunting, you got to throw him out. First of all, you don't get thrown out of a baseball game for taunting. Number one, people are not very extra when they're taunting, running the bases after a home run. Well, a home run is different. People taunt a little bit more when they hit home runs, right? It's just a part of the game. It's one of those part of the games where if hitters hit home runs, they are extreme with home runs. They taunt extra. They celebrate more. You can say. I guess other team can call it taunting, but they over celebrate. It happens. It happens. It don't matter what level of the sport. That's what they do. So for that coach to bring his pussy ass out that goddamn dugout and run to the officials and a lot of the officials, and I'm telling you, he didn't lie, but he is lying, right? Because he's not telling the truth. The reason you ran to the officials because he was taunting, because you didn't hear what he said. You was mad that he was taunting y'all. And you thought, I ain't even gonna say you thought, because you couldn't have thought that he said anything because you couldn't even hear him. Why the fuck you even would thought that he said something bad? Would you a lip reader now, motherfucker? But anyway, but my whole point, people, is that this coach should be ashamed of himself. Number one, for the game of baseball, a sport that I love, I can play. For him to sit there and just lie, making the sport look bad. This should be an outrage of this coach lying. This shit should be all over ESPN. It should be all over the social media. For him just lying like that. Well, I could just assume that he said something bad, even though I couldn't hear him. What? What, because he turned to your bench? Now, mind you, the reporters do a great job of reporting, of re-asking him this fucking question over and over again. And when he can't answer it, watch what he does, which a liar always do. And I don't understand why these liars get offended when they get caught in lies. Let's move on. Unbelievable. Mind you, he is the leader of these young folks. This young man is a player that looked like he about fucking 35 years old, but he in college. Damn, white people, y'all age bad. But anyway, well, a lot of y'all, that's not all of y'all, but a lot of y'all do. But goddamn, but he's supposed to be the leader of men. And he had a nerve to get up there and lie like that. Instead of just saying, we ain't like the taunt and shit, we ain't like that. He did too much. It you know what I mean? You can even call it bad sportsmanship if you want to. But for him to sit there and lie and basically saying that the kid was threatening them, because that's basically what he was trying to say. But he can't say that because he didn't hear him. So he don't know if he said something threatening or not. He just turned to us and said something, and it was taunting us, and we didn't like the taunting. But I couldn't hear him, though. But he most likely said something bad. What? And the Empire should be ashamed of themselves for even listening to this fool. Because he ran straight to the Empires. That's why the kid got ejected. And then they trying to act like, I ain't got nothing to do why the Empires did what they did. What?
That's my deal. I'm gonna protect our guys. It's up to the umpires what they want to decide to do. And obviously they decided that he did enough to be ejected.
Or what do you mean protecting your guys? He hit a home run. He made
He made remarks to our dugout and looked straight in our dugout. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna protect our guys.
What did he say?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's 5,000 people, or 3,633 yelling at the top of their lungs.
And then mind you, the young man that's sitting next to him, and this is what I be saying about young folks, when these grown-ass adults don't be grown-ups. You got this young man shaking his head like the coach is speaking gospel. No, he's feeding you bad shit for your growth from a young man to a man. Like, this dude is not good for this young athlete on a moral level. Because, listen, even if my players would have been like, Coach, he out there, look at all that taunting he doing. Well, you shouldn't have gave the damn home run up. I'd have got mad at my players. Fuck y'all mad about? You hit a home run, you go and do the taunting too. Y'all the ones out here ain't playing good. I'll be mad at my players. Fuck out of here. What's this soft shit go? No, man, let's move on. Boy, and listen, listen, no disrespect to the young people. I ain't saying it's all of y'all, but it's a lot of y'all. Listen, this is why the niggas you call niggas old niggas. Listen, this is why we look at y'all like the way we look at y'all. Man, y'all don't have no type of grit. But y'all understand, losing is losing. You get your ass whipped, yeah, it hurts. But you gotta get over and get better. Y'all should be better than us. This shit crying and shit.
What did he say?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's 5,000 people, or 3,633 yelling at the top of their lungs. I'm not sure, but obviously it wasn't good. And at the end of the day, my guys know I've got their backs, and I'm going to protect them.
Yeah, just to follow up on that, Riley, what was your perspective from that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a big swing. Like, I'm all about celebrating with your team, but when you throw the bat and turn to our dugout and say what he said, it was warranted.
He said what he said. Well, what did he say? He said, I'm all about celebrating. You're a liar. Because if that was the case, if the coach couldn't hear him and you was on the fucking bench, or wherever the fuck you was at. How the fuck y'all know what he said? And this is what I mean by this coach is a bad example. He's a horrible leader. You got these young men saying some bullshit you made up. Yo, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this. And mind you, they go to a religious school. These are religious people. Even that young man, you know what you saying is wrong, bro. You gotta know. You gotta know you're lying. Y'all are religious people. Why y'all lying? But y'all want to walk around and tell everybody else how to live their motherfucking life. But y'all a bunch of fucking liars. You lie to yourselves. Unbelievable, bro. You can't make this shit up in 2026, bro. Like nothing shocks me anymore. I ain't even shocked by this. It's just the point of the blatant, like lies. Like motherfuckers just like so confident of just being arrogant of lying. Like that's a good thing. But these people tell you I'm a trustworthy person. No, you're not. If you lie about something little as this, because it leads to bigger lies. There's one thing telling a little white lie about something little, but if you could, never mind. Let's move on. So I see the shit is on. Never mind. These motherfuckers act like we don't got cameras and shit. Like we living back in the caveman days or something. We back in the 60s or something. Back in the day, no, you know what I mean? Technology wasn't shit. Or even in the 90s or something. Like, what the fuck is going on? Everything's recorded. That's why you see sex tapes coming out. Motherfuckers recording having sex these days. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? These people crazy.
It was a big swing. Like, I'm all about celebrating with your team. But when you throw the bat and turn to our dugout and say what he said, it was one.
And hold up, and mind you, he tells on himself too, and his coach. They both a piece of shit. Listen, because he ain't a kid. He a young man, right? He got to know right from wrong at this point. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Is his brain fully developed yet? No, but he know right from wrong. And you're going to a religious school, so come on. That's come on now. That means you know even more better. You know better than to be sitting up in line. He tells on himself. He said, "I'm okay with you celebrating with your team, but when you run the business and you turn to our dugout, what is unsportsmanlike? Maybe you can say that." He a little extra with he taunting us. Why you taunting? It was too much. But to sit there and lie and say he said something that he said something, but y'all can't tell us what he said. To y'all offended by that. You was offended that he was taunting y'all. That's what it was. Don't lie and pretend he says something and you was upset of what he said because you didn't hear him. Fucking liars, bro.
Supposedly his family was above the dugout. Do you think he might have been trying to talk to them?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if they were like, hey, I wasn't the one that ejected him,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know if
Yeah, you weren't the one that ejected him, but you damn sure took your pale ass up there to run to them goddamn empires and lie. To get him ejected. People, I watch baseball a lot of times. I play baseball damn near for at least 6-7 years. Listen, I have never seen a baseball player get taunted. Get taunted. Turn to the other team, taunt them, say some shit, and get thrown out the game. Ain't never seen it. Never. Now, you go fuck with them umpires, that's something different. But taunting the other team, turn to them and saying shit, you don't get thrown out the game. I ain't never seen no shit like that. So my only thing, this dude ran up to the referees and lied and said he said something. And not just that he said something fucked up. Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell? This is ridiculous, bro. This is a man's sport. You can't take taunting. You can't take words. What he say? Fuck your mother or something? Or fuck y'all? Come on, man. Like I said, it's already debunked that he said something fucked up. He said something, but nobody knows what he said. Nobody. Especially the motherfuckers that's complaining. The coach and this baseball player, they don't know shit because they couldn't hear him. They in the dugout, bro. It's 3,000 people yelling and screaming. He just hit a home run. How the fuck did you hear what he said? That's why they had to get this. That's why the story don't even make any sense. That's why he was like, well, I don't know what he said, but he said something and we didn't like it. Well, how you not gonna like what he said and you don't know what he said? That don't make sense. Oh, I ain't got a problem with him. And then the player say, oh, I ain't got a problem with him celebrating with his team. But when you turn to us, oh, that was your problem. It wasn't about what he said. You got upset that he was taunting y'all and he turned to you, bitch, and taunted y'all. Because you didn't hear what he said. That's what you was upset about. Get over it. It's sports. Now, you may not do it, but other motherfuckers do, and it's a part of the game. Especially in baseball. Listen, people rarely taunt the other team like that. Right? It's like, it doesn't really happen as much as y'all think. Especially when dudes hit home runs, they just hit their shit and they be happy. They rarely say anything to the bench or the other opposite players. They rarely say anything. It's not like it's this phenomenon. So that's why like them even getting upset about it, it's like, yo, let that shit go. But the real reason they didn't like the way he was taunting them, it wasn't about what they heard him say because they didn't hear him. You can't, and say, even you said, I assume he said something bad. You can't assume that because you don't know shit. You couldn't hear him. So how can you assume? Why would you want to assume? It's fucking sad, man. Mind you, this is supposed to be a leader of a bunch of young men. He's supposed to be a role model. And he's blatantly sitting up there acting like a pussy and didn't lie about it. Yeah, this is a leader, huh? Let's move
Turn to our
on.
dugout and say what he said. Say it was warranted.
Supposedly.
And then mind the player, he still never said what he said. He said what he said, and it was warranted. What he said. You don't know what he said. Just like your punk ass coach don't know. They like the arrogance of these fucking people. Mind you, people, he got ejected, the young black dude, he got ejected, and they still whipped their ass. They didn't just eject the fucking the player, they ejected the coach. The coach was like, what the fuck? What are you ejecting my player for? He didn't do shit. And approaching the refs, that's why you see a lot of them with players and coaches when they approach them refs. I'm not refs. Them umpires, they don't play. You in their face talking shit. They don't play that shit. They will throw your ass out the game. Now the umpires can hear what the players or the coaches saying when they interact with them. Even the umpires couldn't have heard what he said. But they wasn't near him like that to hear him. But yeah, you roll up on them umpires, boy, they will throw your ass out the game. They don't play. That's one sport that they don't play. Them umpires in baseball, they do not play. They don't, you jumping up in their face. And I don't even think they be on some racist shit. They could be black. They will throw your ass out the game. They don't play. It could be umpires black. It don't matter what race they don't play that shit. I know about that shit. I know about umpires in baseball. They don't fucking play. I played the sport. They don't play. You don't run up on no umpires. You run up on them, expect you gonna get thrown the fuck about the game. You run up on the umpire and start talking shit. You get thrown out the game. I would listen. I'm never shocked when I see a player or a coach run up on a motherfucking umpire and they get thrown out the game. I never get shocked about that because them umpires don't play. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's move on.
Turned to our dugout and say what he said. Say it was warranted.
Supposedly his family was above the dugout. Do you think he might have been trying to talk to them?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if they were like, hey, I wasn't the one that ejected him,
Yeah, no.
right? So I don't know if you're trying to accuse me of doing that, right? We got warned in the first game today when our shortstop gets it.
And like I said, they tell on themselves. All you gotta do is listen to him. He say, I don't know if you're trying to accuse me of getting him thrown up. You most likely did. Because you don't want to ran to the umpires. You ran to the umpire. Because what I would have asked him, what did you say to the umpire? Because you ran to the umpire, what'd you say? What'd you tell him? Because most likely that had an effect of why they threw him. The umpires probably didn't like that he was, taunting the way he did. Umpires don't really like that shit. Umpires don't really like that. They don't. I'm not gonna lie about it. That's in any sport. Referees, they don't like that shit when players do it. But you can't say you didn't have anything to do with it when you ran up to the umpires. You ran up to them and complained about it. So don't say you ain't had nothing to do with it. Of him getting ejected. Why would you? See, this is what I mean by lying, man. Let's move on.
Yeah, no.
Right? So I don't know if you're trying to accuse me of doing that, right? We got warned in the first game today when our shortstop got taken out, right? For some reason. And today I'm gonna stand up for my players.
First of all, you said earlier today you shortstop and somebody took it out. What the fuck that got to do with this situation? This got nothing to do with that. These are two different scenarios. Number one, they two different scenarios, and it don't even line up the same. Because he didn't try to take nobody out. Who he took out? Like it's no evidence. Never mind. Let's move on. Like I said, if you let motherfuckers talk long enough, they'll keep lying. Especially if they lying, they'll keep lying.
Doing that, right? We got warned in the first game today when our shortstop got taken out, right? For some reason. And today I'm gonna stand up for my players. Okay. If his family was above our dugout, great. They can go back and review it. The umpires can write a report. I'm not going to take the blame for him getting ejected.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't. Because nobody else went to the umpires and said shit but you. You was the only one went to the Empires. The shit is documented. It's on camera, bruh. I'm not gonna take no responsibility of getting him ejected. I'll bet you wouldn't, because you don't want to seem like you a bitch ass dude. You're a bitch. Your whole team is a bitch. Crying and whining. You see, he taunting us, coach. That's unacceptable. He said something, but we don't know what he said. It had to be harsh in the way he was taunting us. He said something foul about us. We ain't hear it, but come on, coach. And he take his pale redneck ass up there, his crack ass up there, and go up there and whine to the goddamn Empires. And then try to pretend, oh, I had nothing to do with, don't imply that I had anything to do with him being ejected, because that's what you implied. And if I was a reporter, yeah, I am. I'd have told him, you the only one walked up to the Empires. What'd you say to the Empires then? Huh? What'd you say? Because if you saying what you're saying right now to the Empires, that don't make no sense of why he got ejected. Can't make this shit up.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if they were like, hey, I wasn't the one that ejected him,
You know,
right? So I don't know if you're trying to accuse me of doing that, right? We got warned in the first game today when our shortstop got taken out, right? For some reason. And today I'm gonna stand up for my players. Okay. If his family was above our dugout, great. You know, they can go back and review it. The umpires can write a report. You know, I'm not going to take the blame for him getting ejected.
No, mind you, now, of course the team got to do it, but now the other team got to defend their player or do all this shit because this dude was bitch made and his players was bitch made because they couldn't handle being taunted. Because they can't say that they heard what he said it was cruel because they already admitted that they couldn't hear him. They didn't know what he said. Let's move on.
Right?
Jim, did you have one?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I mean, everybody seems to be clear what he said. You're saying what he said. You were quick out of the dugout. What did he say? Nobody could hear him.
Yeah,
I didn't hear him back.
Right. I'm not going to answer. I'm not getting into this.
Let's move on to
I bet you wouldn't get into it no more because you lied. You see, the reporter, great job. He said, everybody said he said something, but nobody knows what he said. But you're saying he said something, so what did he say? If nobody could hear what he said, you know he said something, but what did he say? For y'all to be offended. If you couldn't hear him. Nobody could hear what the young man said, but you and your team was offended. How that make any sense? And then how he try to switch it on the media like they're doing a bad job of re-asking him the same question that he's not making any sense in. Well, basically he's lying. This shit don't make no sense, bro. Listen, these are my issues. We move the fuck on because this dude, he a bitch ass dude. Listen, and they should, and I highly doubt it. The school should fire his ass, or the college league should fine his ass for lying. Some type of consequences should happen to this motherfucker. Maybe he should get suspended. Because now the young man is getting suspended for the next game because of this bullshit. Because this bullshit. My problem is, I believe it's a race thing. My honest opinion. It was a young black man hit a home run, taunted him, and they was upset about it. So it had a little race in it. My honest opinion. Right? Could be wrong. I could be right. My opinion. Right? Ain't a fact. Just opinion. Right? But I'm usually probably not wrong about shit like this when it comes to certain types of things with race. Right? But the other thing is, I'm upset. My point is that I'm upset about is that he's lying. And he had the balls to get in front of the media on a national platform and lie about it. And there ain't no consequences for this shit. He just basically lied on a young man. He don't know what the young man said, but he was offended. Then he had his team, one of the players on his team, sit there and lie too. He said something, but we didn't hear him. He said something bad, but we didn't hear him. What? You can't make this shit up. Boy, listen. I ain't never seen a bunch of bitch-made ass motherfuckers like this in my entire life. Like, real talk. Never seen no shit like this. This, like, I don't know. Listen, you can't even blame this on young folks. It is grown-ass people out here doing bitch-made shit. Saying shit that don't make sense. Just lying publicly and standing on the bullshit lies. Like it's somehow with that lie is factual. Because they feel a certain type of way. It looked that way. Motherfucker, did you hear him? No, I ain't hear him. Well, how the fuck you know what he said? So how can you feel anything about what he said if you didn't hear him? You can't have no feelings about that. You can't even have an opinion about that. You can't make this shit up. America, we gotta do better, man. And the bad part about it, these people that I'm talking about, they're on big platforms. They're in front of the country, acting and saying and lying and deceiving people. This is so bad about this shit. If they were just nobody lying or whatever, then fuck that motherfucker. But these motherfuckers are in powerful positions and influence in the world, in the country, and nobody's acting like ain't nothing wrong with this shit. A lot of people acting like ain't nothing wrong with it. No, there's something wrong with this. A grown-ass man sitting up here lying about some shit he got offended by that he didn't hear. He said something, I don't know, but I'm offended. What? Okay. What the fuck ever. Let's move on, man, because, like, that shit, it had my blood boiling because in so many, like I said, I broke down why I'm upset about it. But all those things, that's why that shit bothering me, man. I don't like that shit. And there needs to be the same people who try to sit there and try to act like they're morally above you or they're better than you somehow, but they're fucking habitual liars and deceivers. I'm a leader of men. No, you're not. You're a bitch-made motherfucker. Anyway, now let's get into this nigga Stephen A. Smith. He's another bitch-ass nigga. Now he want to cry because he didn't like the joke, or the joke implied that he was a sellout, that he was a coon. Watch how this nigga do gymnastics and act like he's so hurting and appalled by it, like his feelings is hurt. Listen, if Stephen A., if your feelings is really hurt about what Kevin Hart said, which is at the same time, fuck Kevin Hart for that whole roast and fuck him. He ain't got to worry about me supporting him no more. So he ain't got to worry about that. That's a whole another thing. But excuse me. If you offended by what Kevin Hart said, I'm glad you offended. I hope that shit hurts. I hope it hurts. Because it seems like you ain't got no empathy and sympathy for your people anyway. Now, somebody that's black says something that you don't like that hurts your feelings. Now, all of a sudden, everybody supposed to give a fuck about your feelings. Really, nigga? When you literally was a whole movement to blackball another black man, which was Colin Kaepernick, nigga. You think I forgot about that shit? That's when me and Stephen A. fell out. I'm not fucking with this dude no more, man. This is way before you start talking about politics, nigga. I've been stopped fucking with you. I've been calling you out. I've been knowing what type of nigga you are. But anyway, let's get into it. Oh shit, my bad, people. I got the volume down.
This is an ironic story, okay? Stephen A. Smith is hurt that Kevin Hart called him anti-black. Here it is.
When I learned about it, I'm not gonna front. It stung like hell. And that was Kevin Hart's roast.
Now, mind you, I want people to understand, this is why people like Stephen A. Smith is dangerous to our people. The shit hurt him because some shit was said about him. Because like I said, one thing that I can speak for a lot of black folks. We don't like other black people. Like I said, it's damn near on the same level, or on the same level, even a little worse, for another black man or black person to call another black person a sellout. That shit hurts, especially black men. That shit do not feel good at all. When black people think, when your people think that about you, when they think you're a sellout, anti-black, oh, that shit hurts. Coon? Oh, that shit hurts. Listen, that's why I be very, very careful about calling certain black brothers and sisters sellouts and coons and shit, because I don't want to be like, because it's going to be, I'm going to disagree with some of our black people, our black folks on certain issues. But that don't mean I'm not about my people. Right? So that's why I'm very, very careful of how I be calling other black people sellouts and coons and shit when I'm upset because I disagree with, because they're not agreeing with me on this issue. We disagreeing on the issue. Right? Especially because it's most likely coming from something happened to our people. Right? So, yeah, I'm very, very careful of that shit now. Like, you be very, very careful of calling other black people sellouts and coons because they disagree with you on issues or certain things. Right? Unless a lot of times people prove, like, I could think some shit that you might be that, but I'd rather for you to prove me wrong. I hope you're not like that, but I'd rather for you to prove me wrong. But if you prove me right, oh yeah, I'm gonna call you what you are. Right? Because you have proven it. Right? But I'm very, very careful about calling other black people sellouts and coons. right? That's why people like, oh, they think Uncle Rose sell out. No, I'm not gonna go that far. Like he does some shit that I don't agree with issues. He says some shit that I don't be liking, but I can't call the man a sellout. He has done too much good for our people stood up for us more than the shit that we really like disagree with him, because we disagree with him on certain shit or strategy, right? About helping our people, right? So we got to be very, very careful of that type of shit. Now, this nigga Stephen A, yeah, he anti-black. But this was make him dangerous because he keeps trying to pretend that he's not. And it's some black people that continue to think that he is. He's not anti-black. He's tricking them. He's bamboozling them. And that's the danger of it. When a motherfucking it's like an inner closet racist, right? Right? You know some white liberals that's inner closet racists and shit. They're dangerous to the black community. Because they hiding who they really are. But here and there, they'll pass a policy or do some shit. You're like, oh. But then they turn back around and do some shit, try to hide their racism when they think they crossed the line, and they try to hide it. Oh, I'm not anti-black. I love black people. Like, they're dangerous. They're more dangerous than blatant racists to me. Because at least you know what you're dealing with blatant racists. But them in the closet racists, they're dangerous. And just like these coon-ass niggas that can pretend that they're not anti-black or they hate black people, still try to pretend they still helping the black community, it's dangerous. Because we know that they're not, a lot of us know that they're not doing shit to help us or to protect us. They're there to get their own shit. They done sold us out already. That's why they say the shit they say. They already done crossed over to the other side. So that's why Stephen A. Smith is dangerous. People like him.
When I learned about it, I'm not gonna front. It stung like hell. And that was Kevin Hart's roast that he had. The roast of Kevin Hart special on Netflix. Kevin Hart made a pointed joke about his personal Mount Rushmore of racism. A list of people he claims hate black people. Alongside Shane Gillis, Kid Rock, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Hart included my name. Stephen A. Smith.
Okay. What's the problem?
And when I saw that Kevin Hart said this, you know, it was like one of those where if it rains, it pours kind of thing and that kind of stuff. I have no issue with the joke if it was a joke. If it wasn't a joke, I still wouldn't have an issue with it.
So why you even talking about it? And this is why Stephen A. Smith is dangerous, right? People like him. You don't have a problem with the joke. But even if you say if it was just a joke, you have no problem with it. If it wasn't a joke, you have no problem with it. What the fuck are you mad about then, nigga? Why are you even speaking about it? Because let me be very, very clear. This roast was not about Stephen A. Smith. See, this is nigga attention whore. I want to start there. Listen, this nigga's attention whore, right? The biggest shit of that whole roast was about George Floyd. But look at this attention whore. Look how he comes in here. Kevin Hart said that I made a joke about his Mount Rushmore of hating black people, and I'm on the list. Then you say, "Oh, if it was a joke, I'm not offended. If it wasn't a joke, I'm not offended. I have no problem with it, basically." So what the fuck are you even talking about it for? What you even talking about it for? But now the bitch nigga is getting ready to explain to us why he's so offended or he's upset about it. Or he takes an issue with it. Even though if it was a joke, he had no problem with it. Even if it wasn't a joke, he has no problem with it. Tell me how that shit makes sense. But anyway.
That kind of stuff. I have no issue with the joke. If it was a joke. If it wasn't a joke, I still wouldn't have an issue with it. I have an issue with the fact that it came from him. Somebody that I kind of know a little bit, that I got a lot of love and respect for.
Listen, that don't make no sense. You said if it was a joke, you have no problem with it. You have no issue with it. Even if it wasn't a joke, you wouldn't have a problem or issue with it. So why do you have a issue because it came from Kevin Hart? Like, why would you have an issue with that? So basically, you basically just lied. You do have an issue with it. Regardless if it was a joke or not. You have an issue with it either way. See, this is how slick this nigga be doing to our people. That's why I told you he's dangerous. You see how slick he was? He just said, if it wasn't an issue, if it was a joke, he has no problem, no issue with it. Even if, he doubled down, even if it wasn't a joke, he still doesn't have an issue or a problem with it. But his issue is, it came from Kevin Hart. What? What the fuck? Why you got an issue with Kevin Hart? Because you just said either way, you don't have an issue with it. So what's your issue? So the nigga lies and contradicts himself all the time. And see, like I said, you fuck with the right black person. I catch your bullshit, bro. I catch your coonery. So everything you said before that you got a problem with Kevin Hart, you do have a problem with it. That shit don't, you just made up some shit to try to pretend that you do or you don't. But you do. The fact is, you do have a problem with it. You have a problem with the joke, regardless if he meant it or not. Because you offended that Kevin Hart said the fucking joke. It came from him. Now they get right to try to explain to us why he's so offended that it came from him. Like that supposed to justify your bullshit. You're lying. His lying and shit. Come on, man. This dude's unbelievable, bro.
I have an issue with the fact that it came from him. Somebody that I kind of know a little bit, that I got a lot of love and respect for. And at a time in my life, knowing I've spent my life fighting on behalf of my community, that people try to continue this narrative about me.
Oh, it's deeper than that. It's a narrative that everybody's pushing about him. So, is it really Kevin Hart that you're upset with? Or is it that the narrative is already put out there about you and you're upset that Kevin Hart is somehow helping pushing that narrative that you feel that ain't true? Because I ain't got to feel that it's true. It's true. You anti-black, nigga. You hate black people. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I know that for a fact. Ain't no doubt in my mind. All the shit you have done in the last 10 years. Nigga, you crazy? There's receipts out here for your bullshit, your coonery, nigga. You ain't pulling the wool on my motherfucking face. You ain't gonna blind me with coonery, nigga. It's the narrative that been pushed out here about me. What? First of all, nigga, if it ain't true, what the fuck you mad about? Fuck you mad about the narrative for? Fuck out of here. See, the problem is the people that was very close to Stephen A. Smith, people that he helped, right? Found out this nigga sells niggas out. That's what happened. And he does a lot of anti-black shit and says a lot of anti-black shit. Even though he's still trying to pretend that he's about his people. And the people that he thought that was close to him, and friends that was his, or people he helped out or whatever that was friends of his, they wanted to be friends, found out this nigga is a fake. He a fraud. He a sellout. Niggas ain't pushing no narrative about you, bro. Let me just tell you how weak-minded this nigga is. Listen, it's very rare, but I rarely see Roland Martin get on his platform and like address people calling him a sellout Nicole. I rarely see that shit. Here and there he goes at the FBAs and shit. He does that shit or whatever. But that's very rare of that. He doesn't do that shit all the time because he probably don't spend that much time worrying about a lot of that bullshit. Amanda Seals just called the sister Tabitha that I watched, shout out to her on her channel, called her a sellout. And I'm like, yo, you niggas that be all this so pro-black shit, you're not. Listen, let me just tell y'all something. If you are a pro-black person, you should not have no dealings with white people at all. At all. Listen, to be pro-black, to way how motherfuckers be trying to pretend how this shit's supposed to be, right? The narrative of it, right? Or the definition of being pro-black, you should be like white supremacists. It's no way impossible that you are pro-black if you still dealing with white folks. It's no way impossible. Black everything, black only. Nigga, we don't fuck with white people. You shouldn't want to work with white people. You should be just openly racist as white people. Because that's what they have turned pro-black to. Some of these motherfucking buffoons out here. That's why I said, like, you got to watch who you're calling sellouts and shit. But listen, some of these niggas, Stephen A., nobody's just making this shit up about you, bro. This is 10 years in the making of your bullshit. You help push this narrative out there. If you call it a narrative, you help push it. You the main nigga. We're watching what you doing. Yes, people can interpret certain things, sayings, or what you do. But nigga, it ain't all that people misconstruing everything you saying, bro, or you doing. The fuck out of here, bro. Sorry. Because like I said, a lot of times who I am, people, I stand on who the fuck I am. It ain't no, I don't fuck you like it or not. Like, I'm not changing for who the fuck morally I think who I am just because people like, that ain't, I don't give a fuck. It works for me. And sometimes you gotta stand on business. And my thing is, nigga, you can't be out here getting mad at other black people unless they got unless they ain't on the same level of moral shit, then you can question that shit. That's why I went on the rant. I went to the last live stream about FBAs. Listen, I ain't got a problem with FBAs. Think I'm foundational Black American, my fucking self. Like, but I'm mixed with shit. So I understand shit. I understand the country how it is. No, listen, it's no original Black person in this country that's not mixed with anything. We mixed with some type of white, Native American. We mixed with Puerto Rican. We mixed with a whole bunch of shit. We probably the only race that probably is majority, like a lot of us Africans, it just depends, right? The herds. But it ain't 100% of us. It ain't 100% of our heritage and blood goes directly to the slaves from the boats. We've been here too goddamn long. A lot of rape, enslavement, and sex trafficking in Black people. Listen, this is probably the only country of Black people that has a lot more different shades of Black people in the world. It ain't a whole bunch of different types of shades of motherfuckers. I mean, not like us. Our percentage of different shades of Black people is higher than any parts of the world where Black people are. Regardless of where they are or where they from, it is more different shades of Black people here. And that comes from the slave trade. Slave chattel. Like that, come on, man. That's why I don't be, listen, you cannot, listen. If you, at this point, if you pro-Black like that, bro, you got to be a racist at this point. Listen, a lot of the racists is not even pure white. They mixed with shit. Especially if they're American. Come on, man. If they ain't from their native land, right? Literally. Like, you ain't a pure white person. Nobody in America is pure nothing. You're not a pure Black person. It's impossible. Not pure African. Mixed with so much shit. No white person, no Mexican shit. You ain't, listen, we all know. No, man. See, I don't even want to get that deep into that, but I just don't like this. None of that people push. People don't be honest, man.
My life fighting on behalf of my community. That people try to continue this narrative about me.
I want to know what community you talking about. Listen, I just want to know what community you talking about. Because, listen, bro, over here, we don't believe you. So, I don't know what community you talking about, nigga. You do not represent the Black community. I don't know what you're talking about. I genuinely don't. You haven't really helped out people. You actually made it actually a little worse. And that's just not an opinion. That's just facts. The damage that this nigga is doing. Even now, him speaking on this dumbass shit. He making this shit about him. This ain't got nothing to do with him, bro. He made this shit about him. Nobody even gave a fuck about that joke about Stephen A. Smith in it. Nobody even talked about it, if you ever noticed that. Nobody talked about that shit. Now he making it a big issue. Now people talking about it. Because of his who he is and the platform that he be on. This dude is unbelievable, bro.
Of my community. That people try to continue this narrative about me that I know is false. But that nevertheless still hurts to hear out of the mouth of anyone who knows me.
Now, let me just say this. It's supposed to hurt. Even if you feel that you're not that. Even if you know that you are that. Clarence Thomas know he a fucking sellout. Come on, man. There's some goons out here that accept that they sellouts. You feel me? And they still get hurt by that. Oh, black people calling them sellouts. Clarence Thomas upset. Black people won't let me live, let me be. Hey, nigga, and we not. We not gonna just let you roam outside like you ain't did the crab in the barrel shit to the rest of your people. You sold us out, nigga. We're not letting you forget. Listen, Clarence Thomas, you are not going to go down in history as a great person, number one. Number two, you're going to go down as a sellout to your people. You didn't help progress anything. You're just a token, nigga. And not even a token in a good way. You're a token for white supremacy. So I don't understand these goons why they get so offended. Even the ones that know they sell out. Clarence Thomas know he's a sellout. Your wife is a crazy nut job. You married a fucking, listen, boy, you can't make this shit up. This nigga married a motherfucking bitch that was in a cult. The fuck are we talking about here? Let's move on.
It was false. But it nevertheless still hurts to hear out of the mouth of anyone who knows me.
What up, man?
My grandmother would say a hit dog will holler. I put it up full mass. This is an ironic story. Mr. Kevin, I have no issue with racist jokes against George Floyd Hart, has called Stephen A. Smith anti-black, which, by the way, he is antithetical to the progression of black people by way of policy and politics for sure. Let's keep that picture up because I've been dealing with this story for a minute.
Listen, like I said, I listen. I understand what Dr. Richie is saying, but I ain't even got to get into that. Nigga, you are friends with racists. You call them friends, and they say anti-black shit, and they do anti-black shit all the time. So it's like, I don't even need the policy shit. I don't even need the political policy shit. Like, nigga, come on, bro. We're in a space right now, nigga. I am not, listen, as a black person, and I can't speak for all black people, but a lot of us, we're not tolerating other black people want to associate and call these people they friends. That's racist. Or they siding with racists. Like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. Y'all all flock together. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Sean Hannity is my friend. Sean Hannity is a fucking racist. Fuck are we talking about? I don't want to sit down and have no conversation with a racist. Why would I? That shit, first of all, that don't even make any sense. What am I allowing a racist to explain their racist, hateful thoughts to me for? Like I don't already know. Like I'm so uneducated in hate. Like what the fuck? Please. Let's move on.
Parameters of my thinking. Because I just finished a commentary not too long ago about the nature in which Kevin Hart violated the community by allowing such ridiculous commentary to be aired in his name.
And listen, people, before even Dr. Richie even came out and said anything about this, I said that. Like, yo, and a lot of black people, it said that about Kevin Hart. Like, yo, all right, jokes are jokes, bro. I get it. But for you to put, like, I had a problem with Kevin Hart saying, it's almost like the baseball coach. I had nothing to do with that. They did what they did. It's a roast, you know. I had no control of it. But then you try to say, well, I did have control of it. They got my name on it. I'm partnered with Netflix. So you gotta say. Now you can say that those white people overrode you, but you could have said, no, I don't want to do the roast. You did the roast because you was getting paid. You was getting paid. And like I said, it all boils down to money. Kevin Hart sold us out for a bag. That shit was so inappropriate. Listen, I told you, it's lazy comedy. When you're doing shit, especially when people die tragically like that. And that's not nothing that happened 10, 20 years ago. 30, 40 years ago. We're talking about something that happened 6 years ago. That shit's still fresh to people. To his family, more than anybody. Like, so what the fuck are we talking about? But Kevin Hart sold his people out for a bag. It's not complicated. We're not going to make this shit complicated anymore. Nigga, you did what you did for a bag. You could have put an end to it. You could say, no, we're not going to do that. George Floyd shit, no. Not on my watch. Not on my roast. And then that's how you know he was full of shit. Because then when he did the Breakfast Club, he said, yeah, it was distasteful to our people. So you didn't think when you seen that joke, because they had to run it by you, you punk ass nigga. Because they took certain shit out of the roast that was offensive to others. But when it comes to black people's pain, it's funny. The fuck out of here, nigga. You don't play like that. And then gonna play in our face and then tell us to get over it. It's a joke, it's a roast. I didn't say it. Nigga, you had control for that shit not to be said. Black man. But you chose not to because you're a pussy. And you sold us out for a bag. Ain't you ignorant, nigga? You know better. Kevin Hart know better, bro. He knew better. He knows better. But he sold us out for a bag. And that's all it is. It's about money. Don't that's like people, we're not going to tie ourselves up into a pretzel to try to figure out why these niggas is cooning. Them days is over with. We're not going to keep making excuses with niggas that keep selling us out, trying to defend their bullshit. Nigga, you did it for a bag. Just stand on it. Stop pretending that you're trying to help us or you standing up for us and you're not. You let them white people play in our face. You let them white racist white boys, white people play in our fucking face. Oh, our people get it's just a joke. No, nigga, that shit, nigga, I don't even play with that George Floyd shit. Ain't nothing to play about that. He's out modern day Emmett Till. We literally seen him get murdered on camera, nigga. Fuck out of here, bro. Man, you done been plenty more of George Floyd. But a lot of people ain't sit down and gave a fuck about it at that time. And they had to sit down and continue to watch that shit over and over again. So it started to sink in a little bit. But what happened when everybody had to go back outside? They forgot. It's like that when black people boycott shit. This is one of the things I don't like about my people. You niggas act like you forget the struggle. Nigga, the fight ain't over. We ain't got shit we wanted. It wasn't about just Colin Kaepernick getting back playing. Because I was very skeptical. I said, I don't know if I still will watch that shit. I would have to see some change in that shit. I said, I'll probably, listen, I said, the only way I would probably watch football again, if I'm okay with Colin Kaepernick and other players taking a knee to the national anthem until they change the policy to stop the injustice that was happening to our people. But if just say the NFL would have let Colin Kaepernick back and he continued to take a knee, I might have watched it because at least I know he's standing on the business, and at least I know the NFL at that time understanding. We gotta let them do this. Even if they don't really care about it, but at least we won something. They literally blackballed him and kicked them out the league because of that shit. They literally didn't want him back in the league because he said, I can't. In the contract, they we don't want you kneeing no more. He literally like, nah, I can't commit to that. And they blackballed him. And then they settled a lawsuit with him for colluding against him. And then they still did the same shit. But this time, they used the media. They used some of our black people. Stephen A., Jay-Z, bitch-ass niggas. And then they knew some of y'all Negroes was going to go back and watch the NFL again. Come on, bro. Because all they had to do was get some token black niggas and say, it's okay, come back on over here to the plantation. Ain't nothing changed. They let Donald Trump come to games and come on, man. And all these right wingers and shit, like y'all niggas is crazy, man. All right, listen, I told you, I ain't watching that for them. I'm done with that shit. I don't even like the NFL anymore. I don't like football no more. I stopped with it almost been 10 years now? Hell, watch that shit in 10 years. I don't even like football no more. And I used to love, I used to throw my football Sundays, have the game on and shit. I didn't give a fuck if people came over the house, just me grilling. I just felt, I love that feeling, of watching games and shit. And I was a big Ravens fan. You get what I mean? I want to support, I want to wear the Lamar jersey and shit. Like, nah, bro. I'm good. My people mean more to me than that shit. Ain't nothing changed. NFL just still running off doing what the fuck they do. These motherfuckers, even in the NFL, trying to get rid of the Rooney rule, nigga. This is where we at right now. They don't try to do it to box, get rid of the Muhammad Ali rule. The fuck out of here. Like, yo, they're really literally trying to take advantage of black people. Like I be telling all the immigrant people, y'all keep thinking this shit is about y'all. It's really not. Like, not as much as y'all think it is. It's about us. They're trying to get to us. And what's really fucking everybody up is that black people are not engaging like y'all thought we were. That's what's bothering these motherfuckers. They're like, they ain't even mad about this shit. Because we knew you was going to try it. We knew. So a lot of us prepared for this shit. Fuck, we going to get upset and mad about what y'all doing. We knew you was going to do it. Do it bother us a little bit? Of course it's supposed to bother us. We human. Do we like it? No. But we ain't mad about it. See, when we're mad and angry, we go out in them streets. We ain't doing that. I told black people. And that's my whole movement with this channel. Nigga, don't spend your money at these motherfucking people places. They supporting us. They supporting us. Our downfall, trying to take away our rights taking down shit to get to us and using other races of people to get to us. Stop supporting that shit. Seriously. They trying to retract all the laws and shit, take away black people rights and all that shit to get us back in the field because them farmers is hurting now. They getting rid of all the immigrants and they thought black people was gonna go out there and take their place. It ain't happening. That's why they allowing people the water to get poisoned and all that shit. They don't give a fuck about nothing. These motherfuckers really trying to go to the Stone Ages. Like, seriously. Come on, it costs too much for regulations. Bitch, I don't give a fuck how much tax money it costs for regulations. I don't want no dirty water. I don't want to be drinking dirty water. The fuck? And contaminated water? What the fuck? Like, yo, let's just move on.
In which Kevin Hart violated the community by allowing such ridiculous commentary to be aired in his name on Netflix. In particular, the racist joke or jokes, allegedly jokes against George Floyd, the murder of that brother, and how he had access to the production notes. He was generally aware of what jokes would be told.
Imagine this. Listen, people, this is what I say. Even about like the Charlie Kirk shit, I don't make fun of that shit. That's murder, bro. People, listen. Regardless, I don't fuck with Charlie Kirk. I think Charlie Kirk was a racist. That man got kids. You don't play around with people getting killed like that. That's why I never understand the rappers and shit when they be sitting out here and they be talking about dead people. Like, nigga, you know you gonna be next, or you can go to jail for it. However you look at it, your life is over. Karma will come back, nigga. Especially when you continue to say it. Come on, bro. Speaking ill about the dead is wrong. Right? It's like if somebody did you wrong and you killed them. You don't want that. You don't even want people to bring that name up around you. And you did it in self-defense or they hurt you or whatever, but you had to kill them. You don't want people to bring that shit up. Does it bring back the memories of the motherfucker hurting you? Not just the point that you had to kill that motherfucker. Right? It's like, listen, I don't have no feeling about how Charlie Kirk died or not. Like, have no emotions with that. But I'm not glorifying it or I'm sad about it. Just don't care. That's the only reaction I can give that somehow it stands up to the morals of who I am. Right? I just don't give a fuck. Because I can't feel a certain type of way about a horrible person, but I'm not going to glorify their death. And that's why I said with this whole, even with what Pete did, what he did and shit, I didn't like the Charlie Kirk joke. This shit was whack. I understood why he did it or why he wanted to do it, right? But it's still, I wouldn't have did it. It's not worth it. It's like I said, sometimes that Michelle shit is right. Sometimes when they go low, you go high. Yo, I ain't gonna stoop to that level with motherfuckers. It's certain shit I just won't stoop to certain levels with. That's all I'm saying. My morals is a little different. You get what I mean? I'm not as petty as that, like others, like in certain shit. Like certain shit I'm just not gonna stoop down to. I'm not playing around with people's death. Death is real. Everybody gonna die one day. And listen, as much as motherfuckers think they the shit now and they popping and they all that shit, I don't give a fuck how famous or not famous you are. Life moves on without your ass after you die. They will forget about you. They don't listen. We only remember, as great as Michael Jackson was, nigga, we only remember, and Elvis Presley, all of them, on certain days of their death. Or the anniversary of a certain album or something that pop up. Nobody thinking about dead people. But unless it's the family that lost the person, you know, they think about it. But even them, they gotta move on with their life. Yo, nobody thinks about dead people. When people are gone, they gone. So people sitting here playing around with people's death, nigga, like, come on, bro. You know what? The crazy part about it, I can go into more details of why people shouldn't play around with people's death. But like I said, we stuck in the times of stupid. And I believe we just in these times right now where people just stuck on stupid. And they just don't get it. And a lot of people don't even have morals anymore. So these motherfuckers, we can blame the internet, but I believe this is kind of who a lot of people kind of are anyway. The internet it's like when people say you get money, right? People say people get money and they change. No, they didn't change. A little bit money changes you, but money don't change you that much. That's who the fuck you were. Right? Like, money makes you a little bit more self-confident, maybe even a little more arrogant, or build your self-esteem up to where it gets a little arrogant, right? Because everybody a little arrogant, right? Or got some type of, they arguing about shit. But money don't change you like that, bro. That's who you was. It's just hyping who you was. And it's the same thing when people get on this internet now. Fame, it's the same shit. Famous people know who I am for saying horrible, fucked up shit. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back, people. Now, my point is, like, yo, just this internet shit, like, people be thinking, like, oh, these people are horrible people. Yes, that's who these people were. The internet didn't, like, if people are who they are and they say the shit that they say, you get the most horrible people saying horrible shit. It's who they was. This is who they are anyway. Nothing changed about them. They the same person. It's like the same shit with money. Money don't change you that much to where your personality changes much. It doesn't. It's just hyping who you are. How you was raised. Like, seriously, it just hypered that shit. That's why you see a lot of these niggas come from the hood, they get money, and these niggas is still like, hood, and you like, yo, nigga, let that hood shit go. They can't. It's just hyping their shit. That's all it did. It hyping to who they were. These niggas got money now. They got way more money because, like, street money is a certain level of certain shit. But that legal money is different. That's when you're making millions, 100,000. No, come on, bro. It didn't change them. It's just hyping who they was. Make them feel more powerful than they was. That's all it is. That's all it is. I keep telling people that all the time. Don't let this money fool y'all. Don't let this fame, don't let this internet shit, these people on the internet, these motherfuckers ain't shit. But they want to tell you that you ain't shit. You know, it should be weird, bro. That's why I don't even be on the internet. I get on that bitch for a reason. It's a reason why I get on the internet. Other than that, I don't be on social media and none of that shit like that. So it's social media. I rarely fuck with that shit. I don't read comments like that. I rarely do. I rarely do. Nigga, I like peace, nigga. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's finish this up.
Are some jokes that they took off the show and some they allowed. So if you want to find my commentary about Kevin Hart, please do so. This is the commentary about this situation. So Stephen A. him hurt, according to his own commentary. Stephen A. Smith is in his feelings after his celebrity buddy.
Now, I want y'all to understand something too. Dr. Richie is very respected. And so is Roland. Especially in the political game. You know, he will go sit down with Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly. These niggas they're not nowhere on the same level as Roland Martin and Dr. Richie. He won't go sit down with his brothers and sisters, but he'll go sit down with white supremacists. See, his actions show everything. But mind you, what he will do, he'll go sit down with a Cam Newton that don't know shit, that thinks his arrogance, he's so arrogant, he thinks he's more intelligent than he really is. Than he really think he is. Like he'll go sit down with dudes and people that he know he can railroad. Even when he goes sit down with some of them white leftist people, he know that he can railroad them in a certain type of way. But he won't go sit down with real black folks. He won't do it. That know what the fuck they're talking about. About sellers and shit like that. People like that, Angela, he won't go sit down with those people because they would check his ass. He knows that. Like, just to let y'all know. See, let's move on.
Kevin Hart joked about him during a roast. Now, I want to remind you that Stephen A. Smith has said words that are adversarial to the former First Lady, Michelle Obama, adversarial to former President Barack Obama, adversarial to black women in general. He did on record years ago apologize for offending white women. You can pull it up on YouTube. He has supported the MAGA movement. He has supported Donald Trump and gone out of his way not to be critical of Trump, even though statistically, policy-wise, black women are now losing employment opportunities at a record rate. Black women are, in this current context of economic market.
And mind you, I'll be very, very honest about this. Even though I can say this about Brandon Tatum. Even though he's a buffoon, he's stupid. He's doing racist white, his token Negro. He sat down with Dr. Richie. But he won't sit down with Roland Martin though, but here goes. Listen, as a coon, he's probably the only one that probably really kind of put himself out there a little bit more than a lot of these other people. But a lot of that shit comes from him getting clicks. Like Brandon Tatum is a troll for real, but this shit is about clicks and likes for him. He knows what he's doing. Right? Like, as much as he a coon, he's really in that shit for the money, and you can tell. So I ain't gonna say he got balls to do it. I just think that he understands that we could get him clicks and likes to help his profile, because he want to be bigger than what he is, but he doesn't understand. Black people are not gonna fuck with you like that. You know that, and them white folks is not gonna let you get no bigger than what you are. They're just not. It's like Candace Owens. You see her trying to make a piff and all that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to work. You're stuck where you are. Listen, the right wing in the next 2-3 years, they are not going to associate themselves too much with Candace's. Right? That's why she got Hunter Biden. But who the fuck is Hunter Biden? Like, she thought that shit was gonna blow up and be like that. No, I didn't watch that shit. It was a waste. And listen, no disrespect. I respect that Hunter Biden is recovering and shit like that. It's no disrespect for what I'm gonna say. Hunter Biden, come on, bro. Now, Hunter Biden went to great schools. I don't think Hunter Biden is a stupid dude or nothing like that. But I'm not taking Hunter Biden seriously about nothing. Why the fuck would I do that? That shit don't even make any sense. And then you do an interview with somebody that we know that's not that damn bright. So almost downplay who you are or your intelligence. So no. Candace Owens is stuck where she is. I see what she trying to do. You see the Megyn Kellys, all of them. They're also because they know this Trump train is running out. They know they getting prepared. See, they're doing all this shit now so they can get prepared for 2028 when they're gonna run for something else, or they're gonna get behind somebody else to where they can get a cabinet position or something like that if they get there. Like, you get what I mean? As far as like the president or whoever gonna run for the Republican. I've peeped the game. I'm never forgiving people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. This woman is a racist. And now she ain't racist no more all of a sudden? Come on, bro. Let's move on.
The ones who are diminishing in numbers when they were the fastest rising demographic of most educated and employable individuals. All of these things are happening under the Trump era. So while Stephen A. may think he's winning, black folk are losing. Department of Education gutted. That was the only federal agency where black people per capita were overrepresented.
It's not about that. Stephen A. Smith don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But what Dr. Richie just said. He think, because, I help black people in the space that I am, because I'm not a poor person. I'm not a poor black person. But in the space that I'm in, I help black people. The black people in my space, I help them. That's enough. So I'm helping my people. Nah, nigga, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You've been getting away with that shit for a long period of time right now. That don't work no more. Because the same people that you say you helped and admit, the people that say that admit that you helped them, is saying that, nigga, you on some anti-black shit. So, nigga, no. Fuck out of here. And like I said, nigga, just because you think that's all your response? No, it's shit you supposed to do in the community. What business? Stephen A. Smith is worth millions of dollars. He got to be close to 100 million. At least close to it. Did anybody hear about any property in the community that he has done, built, anything? I'm not talking about other communities. I'm talking about our community where black people stay. You keep talking about our people. See, you help our people by building in the communities that's fucked up. You fix the shit around them. Not even around them. You fix the shit that's in the community that needs to be fixed. You put businesses there. That's how you help out fucking people. You talking about people gonna rob. Nigga, get security. Listen, I tell black people this. You call it whatever the fuck you want to call it, nigga. I got police. I'm gonna have police there so you niggas won't fuck shit up for the rest of all other black people. Now, if you too ignorant or too stuck into being this hood motherfucker to come get a motherfucker 9 to 5, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But you ain't gonna fuck my business up. Then I'm trying to help other black people in the community because of your stupid ass. You gotta be real with your people on that. But there's old notion, I'm not gonna put nothing there because, they're gonna turn it down. Okay, nigga. Well, don't get upset that niggas feel a certain type of way. I'd rather for a nigga to be upset at me and don't fuck with me because I told him the truth. And I stand on business with it. They ain't gotta like it, but it's the fucking truth. And I ain't leaving my people. Because you niggas ain't the only black Negroes here. It's grandmas and children here, nigga. Elders here. Because you niggas want to run amok through the fucking community. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Listen, I told y'all. I wouldn't want to be rich, but if I ever got rich, I'll show y'all how to do that shit. There's no way you can go broke helping your people. Impossible. Impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. You rich like that. You listen, I told you, give me $2 million. I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to do that shit. Get the fuck out of here. First thing I'm doing, nigga. Of course, you're gonna take care of your your immediate family, your wife and shit. You need a kid. That nigga. Come on, bro. I never leave. You never, nigga. I'm investing in my hood. I get it. And then you talking about niggas that's worth $50, $60 million. Nigga, listen. If I can take $10 million, I can invest in my community. I can build shit around in my community, bro. It's impossible for niggas to be pretending they can't fix shit in their community. That shit bullshit. Listen, if I'm worth $50 million, right? Let's say I'm worth $50 million. Nigga, I can take $10 million to come back to my community and fix it. These niggas just don't want to do that. Because these niggas living these lavish lives and they go out and they living in these suburbs and all that shit. Nigga, go buy you some land, build your house or whatever, nigga. Like, do that shit. You niggas want to go live out there with the white folks and live out in the communities, nigga, just go visit. It's a vacation. Like I said, if I gotta go to them type of suburbs and shit like that, it's a vacation, nigga. I don't need to live there. Like, honestly, bro. Especially if I'm worth all that money. I don't need to buy no mansion there. Fuck, I'm buying the mansion there for. Nigga, I'll buy me some land. Fuck out of here. If I'm going, you know what I mean? Nothing wrong with traveling and shit like that. Nigga, that's what traveling is, to get back to society, to spend money. I don't need to have no fucking house here and there. I don't. Unless I'm there a lot, like if I'm where I'm at and I'm somewhere else, then I get to have a house there. I get that. But niggas don't have the time. They just be buying houses to have it. Come on, bro. Nah. Fuck out of here. Nigga, if I own houses, I would never stay in them. Like I'm talking about, like, if I got houses that I bought houses I don't stay in, I'm renting them bitches out. I'm not staying there. Man. Yo, some of the stupid shit I ever heard, right? Niggas get rich, right? And they get money. And they have houses in different states and shit. And they ain't really there like that. You get what I mean? Like, they're not there. Like, nigga, if I'm not spending the lease, let's just say I bought a house and I got a house like maybe in Georgia or something. Right? I got 2 houses. If I'm not in Baltimore and staying in Baltimore like that, I'm renting that fucking house out. Not staying there. If I'm not there like that. If I'm just come back, do business and visit and all the shit, nah, nigga, I don't want to own that shit. I mean, I own it, but I don't want to stay there, nigga. I'm gonna make some use of that property. I'm not saying some certain people don't do that shit, but a lot of them motherfuckers that be rich like that, they don't do that. They had houses here and there, they just have them sitting there. You know what I mean? Have people come in there and clean them up and shit like that. They keep up, like, nah, bro. Mm-mm. You rent them shits out, bro. That should be crazy because I'm telling y'all, these people, they be having all this money and they be blowing that money. Like they blow money like it's nothing. Like they don't be giving a fuck. You done seen people hit the lottery 150 million, 200 million, 3, 4, 500 million. How the fuck you go broke? It's impossible, bro. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. It's not impossible, but you're just being stupid. There's no way you have that type of money like that. It was some shit that somebody said, right? It was years ago. I was working at the job I was working at before that shit. Right? And motherfucker said, I hit the lottery, I'm quitting. Like, why? I don't want nobody to know what the fuck I got until I get that money secured. And then I don't want to move no motherfucking where, because you know, you move somewhere and get some shit, your bills are going to go up. But what are you doing to bring income in? Like people, like people that hit the lotteries, they get that money. They don't be making no money to bring income back in. They just blowing money a lot of the time. So you keep spending millions of dollars on these bills every month, and no money is coming in. That's why I said I know why motherfuckers be going broke when they hit lotteries. They just act like no money's supposed to come in. They're just giving everybody money. Giving everybody money, spending money, blowing money, and ain't no money coming in to pay for them bills. So all the money that you made, you paying for them bills. You might have bought your mansion and all that shit, and then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the first thing you should, listen, I always tell you, you hit the lottery like that, bro, you get up in the millions and like that, first thing you do is buy your house. Buy your dream house. Get your dream house. And make sure, before you even buy your dream house, you make sure that you open up a business or you continue to keep working where you got income coming in. You get what I mean? Like you got to have income coming in. You got to do something. If you, listen, if you hit the lottery for $5 million, right? People, that shit ain't nothing. If you ain't got no income coming in, you probably can go and buy you a $300 million house. Yes, 400 million. Like you got utilities. That shit's every month. That shit don't stop, right? And then you gotta think about it like, all right, cool. After that's over with. I mean, after that's every month, then you gotta pay property tax on your house because you own it now. Come on, man. But mind you, my whole point is no income coming in. Nothing. No income is coming in, and you're just blowing money every month. You gotta buy food. You probably giving people money, family members helping them out, doing shit. Like, yo, it's just money going out. You're not bringing no money and no money coming in to make up at least 10% of that. Not even 1%. A lot of motherfuckers just quit. I got money. Nah, you can't. That shit can't work like that, nigga. Like I said, if I hit some money like that, nigga, I gotta make sure I got me myself, I got business plan. Right? So I probably had to open up another business. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Get me a business going on. That's where my money would go. You know what I mean? Like if I owned a house, or it's owned, but you still gotta pay utilities and all that shit that comes with that. That shit costs money, bro. People don't realize that's where a lot of that money goes. And then shit, once a year with the tax and shit, that shit, man, that shit add up. Why you see people, they run out of money when they hit the lotto. You don't quit your job unless you got another income coming in. Like I said, if I hit the lottery, you wouldn't even know. Nobody would know I hit the lottery. Nobody would know. My inner circle, which would be probably my wife, my daughter, certain people. But yeah, a lot of people wouldn't know I hit the lottery, bro. I'd be rich. Nobody would know. Honestly. I think me and my wife would just get our dream house. That's what we trying to do now. But but you ain't out that bitch. You don't supposed to be out that bitch blowing that money like that. That's why if you see a lot of them rich, even the rich motherfuckers, the athletes, actors, all of them, they go blow through their money and they retire, they ain't got no money. Because these niggas ain't got no money coming in like that. Right? There's one thing when you're in the league, you making these $100 million like that, but $100,000, $100 million like that a year. Like, nigga, you retire, you ain't got no money. That's why them athletes be going broke like that. Them athletes crazy. People like, I can't believe how they went broke. I can. I can see how they go broke. And I'm fucking sad, man. Listen a little bit of this and we're going to get out of here.
And what did Trump do? Eliminate the entire department without saying the word black. Hart even cracked a joke about his Mount Rushmore of racism, naming people he believes harbor anti-black views. Once again, quote, Mount Rushmore of racism when it comes to hating black people, host Shane Gillis, Kid Rock, Hulk Hogan, Stephen A. Smith, okay? The joke is funny, Stephen A., because it kind of fits, brother. If he would have said somebody else that didn't fit, nobody would laugh, okay? So understand, this is a mirror opportunity for you. It's not the joke of Kevin Hart that you should gauge this moment upon. It is the response of the audience that you should gauge this moment.
And I disagree with Dr. Richard. I believe Stephen A. Smith, because he admitted it. He said, because that was the narrative that been getting pushed. It wasn't even the audience that laughed at that shit. I mean, it probably hurt that the audience laughed at it, but that's not why he's upset, because the narrative that he's saying, the narrative that's been pushing out is that he's been a sellout. And then, excuse me. And then you got to think about it. He say he's not that close to Kevin Hart, but he got love and respect Kevin Hart. And for him to say that bothered him. That's not why that bothered him. Because he was close and all that shit. That's not why that bothered him. Because he admitted, he said it just pushed the narrative, even though it was a joke, right? He said even if it was a joke, he wouldn't be upset about it. Even if it wasn't a joke, he wouldn't be upset about it. But he's upset about it. Why are you upset about it either way, if it was a joke or not, why are you upset? Even at Kevin Hart. And like I said, it's deeper than that. He's upset about it because he admitted it. It's been a narrative that he says is not a narrative. It's actually factual, but it's a narrative that he been pushed. You feel people been pushing about him being a sellout. And that's why it hurt him. Got nothing to do with Kevin Hart. It doesn't. I mean, I ain't gonna say it does not. It's a small part of it, but the real reason he's upset that the community really sees, a lot of the community sees him like that. A sellout. Stephen A., that's just what you are, bro. You're a sellout. Get over it, nigga, or accept it. Get over it or accept it.
Upon. There's more. Put it up for Lance. However.
No, my bad. Don't get over it. Accept it or change and do better. How about that? Accept it or change the narrative. But you gonna stand on your business, right? Because you think you're right. So I don't know what you whining and crying for.
It was another joke that Kevin Hart is still himself facing aftermath because his roast that included individuals that had no business being on the stage. The May 10th event included jokes about his scandals, deceased relatives, enslaved people. Some fans say the material and writers crossed the damn line. While others
and you gotta think about it. There's plenty of shit about Kevin Hart that you can make fun of. You making fun of his dead mother, his dead father, and other dead black people and our ancestors that were slaves in this country. Like, why you, like I told you, it's lazy comedy, right? But we know on top of that, that's racism, bro. Ain't no way you can do that to Jews and other people like that. People gonna have a problem with that, bro. They'll be outraged. You see how upset you do too much with the gay community. They can take a joke, right? But it ain't about people that's dead with them. They don't like certain jokes, homophobic jokes. And ain't nobody dead, but we talking about people that's dead that they make fun of. About our people, it's okay to disrespect us. Kevin Hart, for some reason, it's a roast, it's just jokes. Nigga, whatever, nigga. And my thing is, nigga, I guess you just don't get it. It's a level of being black, bro.
Or it unnecessary. Much of the internet is focused on one controversial joke delivered by a white.
And I'm gonna tell you something. When the dude made that joke about George Floyd, he damn near lost his mind. He bust out laughing. It was the funniest shit he ever heard. Come on, bro. Let's move on.
Comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, who, by the way, has a history of making racially insensitive jokes. Quote, the black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all laughing so hard he can't breathe, end quote. That was his alleged joke. Hart defended this joke.
Listen. Excuse me. I've heard excuse me. I have heard racist jokes before. I'm not trying to pretend that I never heard racist jokes before. I just believe it's like, all right. When I see certain comics that I do respect and love like that, they understand the audience that they are in, right? So it's certain jokes that will work with a black audience that won't work with a white audience. There's certain white jokes that will work with a black audience. But when you see a lot of white or minority comics, right? Like, I'm trying to think, like, it's like in a way, like George Lopez, he talks about his people, right? That's what he does. And that's why he's kind of respected as a comic in a way, because he talks about his people. He talks more about his people than any other race. You got to respect that. And that's my thing with all those comics, regardless. But a lot of those white comics, a lot of them, like the dude that did the racist jokes, a lot of them, they do shit that get, you know, because that's those racist ass white jokes that behind closed doors that white people, it's even worse than that. It's not even funny, but it's funny to them. It's even worse than that. Them jokes is probably even worse than that. Behind closed doors with some of these white folks, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something that nobody really thought of, right? When you see black comics imitating white people when they doing stand up, if you ever watch the audience of some of those white people, they don't laugh. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't laugh because they take offense of that shit. He's mocking us. But that's what comedy is to mock you, right? But you ain't dead. Nobody's talking about a dead person, right? So when you start mocking the dead to make a joke, right? To make a joke to mock the dead, that shit is so out of pocket. You get what I mean? They have no problem when black people talk about other dead black people. They have no problem with that. But when black people have a problem with, listen, if I'm gonna be real honest about this, it probably have been even worse if a black comic made that joke that white dude made. If that white dude, if that joke that the white dude did, and the black dude did that, right? Did that joke, it'd have been worse. It'd have been worse because black people hold out people to a certain standards. A lot of us do. So no, that shit wouldn't have flew. It wouldn't even flew with a black person doing them jokes, doing that joke. Listen. This whole George niggas, you can't play around with that George Floyd shit. I just want all the comics to know this shit. You can't play around with that, with people dying, black people dying like that. And it was, listen, people only been 6 years. These motherfuckers act like George Floyd been dead for 10 years or something, or 30, 20 years. Even when people talk about Martin Luther King and shit like that, nigga, they talk about the civil rights era where people was, I remember Martin did a joke like that. It was funny. Because it was more about empowering. What you bitch niggas doing? Niggas stand up for me. It was like, I can't remember exactly the joke. I know the joke, but I can't remember exactly the words. But I remember the joke. It was on You So Crazy. I think it was it You So Crazy? Yeah, I think it was You So Crazy. It was funny. It wasn't mocking the civil rights era. It was mocking the people around me. Why y'all ain't fighting, nigga? Let another motherfucker hit me with a brick. Like, it was different. But these motherfuckers are literally being racist when they're doing it. They're disrespecting our black people. You know how George Floyd got killed. Oh, he's looking up now like he's supposed to be in hell. How you know? How you know he in hell? Listen, I'm not going to say I 100% believe in heaven and hell. And the reason I can say that is because, nigga, I ain't been to heaven and hell. I don't know what it is. I ain't say I don't know what it is, but I never experienced it. I ain't been dead. So I don't know. I ain't died and went to heaven or hell and came back and I could tell niggas. I don't know if heaven and hell actually exists. But a lot of people do believe in heaven and hell. But like I said, with a lot of these religious people, how the fuck do you know that George Floyd went to hell? You don't know that. Because you don't know if God forgave him. for all the crime shit, the evil shit that a lot of y'all pretend that he did in his past or who he was. You don't know what God would accept or not, or what would be, or let him repent there. You don't know that. We don't know if any of us die, right? If it's a hell or heaven, that we can go to either one. If God is at the gate or whatever, that he may let us repent. And we might got to be sincere about that shit. Like, you don't know. We don't know. But for motherfuckers on earth that's still alive to pretend that, oh, they never been dead, tell motherfuckers, oh, well, motherfucker went to hell. We don't know that. The evilest motherfucker that we could experience to be the evilest motherfucker, we hope you go to hell. Hope you die in hell, motherfucker. Like, we don't know if hell exists. We don't know that heaven exists. Nobody died and came back and said, hey, you know what? Heaven and hell exists. We don't have that person in history. We don't know that. The two things that we do know is people be born, right? And we know people die. That's all we know. Society, all the shit that we live in, this shit is all to me. Honestly, my opinion, we just experiencing life. We just experiencing whatever the fuck was going on in Earth. We don't know what the fuck death and when people talking about death and hell and heaven. Nobody knows nothing about heaven and hell. Nobody even know about death. If you're alive, how the fuck you know about death? How you know? You ain't never died and came back and say, you know what? Yeah, this is what death is. When motherfuckers die, they die. That's what we know. When people are born, they born. People born, they born. People die, they die. That's how that goes, bro. This whole notion that people want to sit here and play around with this religious shit. Listen, you believe whatever you want to believe. Got no problem with it. But stop pushing that shit on everybody, man. Nobody knows shit. The motherfuckers, Saudi Arabia, whoever, the Muslim, whatever they are, the motherfuckers don't know shit. They don't know God. They don't know God. No religion knows God. They never met him. If they say they did, these bitches are crazy. They never met him. They don't know what heaven and hell is. They don't know. They're just assuming and believing. And believing comes of assuming something is real. This is real. The fuck out of here. Nobody knows nothing, bro. You only know what the fuck is going on right now and around you of you living. To be good or bad, right? And that's up in the air. What is really good or bad? You really don't know. We just live in societies. You don't know what's good or bad. Like I said, you try to live the best life you can live in the society that you live in. That's it. Like people tell me how bad Saudi Arabia and all these other countries is, how they treat women and children. Nigga, we don't know if maybe God is okay with that. We don't know that. Whatever God they may believe, that may be that God. We don't know. Nobody has died and talked to God and say, hey, is that shit wrong? What the Muslims do? Is that wrong? What the Christians do? We don't know. Nobody knows. Even the most religious motherfuckers don't know. And if they say they do, they lying. They just believe. They assuming. They don't know shit. None of them have died and talked to God. They ain't been alive and talked to God. All these motherfuckers, pastors, all these so-called preachers and whoever they are, bro, listen. These motherfuckers ain't never met God a day in their fucking life. Ever. They ain't never met God. And if they say that, them bitches need to be locked up in a loony pen. and you know, locked up in a crazy hole. These motherfuckers, they ain't never met God, bro. They ain't never met the devil. They don't even know what the devil look like. People be making the devil got the red eyes and all that other shit, nigga. That's some shit that people made up. They don't know what the fuck the devil look like. Come on, bro. Give me 1 second, y'all. Be right back. All right, people, I'm back. Yeah, man, don't let people that's why religious shit. I don't hate religious shit. I don't like. I'm not mad at people that believe in whatever they believe in, but believe in what you want to believe. But don't push that shit on everybody else, man. It's like what I'm saying. I don't want to push that shit on everybody else not to be religious. You go do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's just some shit don't make sense to me. That's it. That's how I look at shit. I'm not trying to shit on religion and shit like that. A lot of that shit don't make no sense to me. And the behaviors of people that push a lot of that shit, they don't live up to what they talking about. You get what I mean? They do the opposite of what they be saying. So it's like, okay, cool, whatever, man. You know, but don't push that shit over. I got a problem with people pushing their fucking religion and their beliefs on people. You get what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck if you gay or you racist. I don't really fuck. You keep that shit over there. Understand when you are like me. I don't want to push how I look at shit on others. I told you, I just say what I say, and hopefully y'all get something out of it. If not, I don't want to push my morals and principles or my thought process of who I am on you. I just want you to think about shit. That's it. I don't want to push nothing, especially in that way. Trying to move. I listen. Cults is not the thing. People being in cults and shit. People just running behind people, following people. Like, I'm okay with motherfuckers listen to me come here. I appreciate it, but I don't want nobody like I'm some type of cult leader or some shit like that. That shit is weird, bro. I don't even listen. People that I have love for and idolize a little bit. They're not my in and all. Nigga, I don't do everything they do. I may take certain shit that I like about them and put it into my process of who I am as a person, but I don't follow them niggas like I'm like some type of, like I'm in a cult, like I gotta bow down to them. Nah. I respect my elders, of course you do, or you respect people that put work in. Yeah, that's just respect. But even if the people that I respect, and if I think they wrong about some shit, nigga, they get checked from me. Oh, fuck about that. Like, but people just we live in this, listen, it's not just this time now. It's been like this in history. That's why we in the state that we are in now. And it just seems like people are more stupider to me, like people more stupid than ever. Like, because people is okay, they not even understanding this shit is blindly open to you, how the government controls you. Right? And I understand we gotta live by laws and shit like that. I get that. But yo, a lot of this shit that people just be like, the internet's fucking people up. And you don't think that the fucking government got control of the fucking internet? Are you stupid? Come on, man. That's why we program on stupidity. People just believe in anything. People can lie to people. People can lie. The people that you idolize can lie straight to your face and tell you some shit, and you think it's true, and you ain't even think about it. You just, they somebody I like, and you just ignore. You don't even think about what they said. You just, yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. But that's how people are. That's how people are, people. Anyway, let me get out of here, people. Get myself. I gotta eat something. Excuse me. Take my ass to bed, man, so I can wake up, go to work tomorrow. So that's why I hope I get rich. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So I ain't gotta be like, I don't like, you know, one thing I be looking at, and this is what I'm gonna lead us with this. Like working and shit, I'm not knocking no shit or working, like people working hard and shit. Being rich at a certain age, yo, like having some money and shit, like, or being very, very wealthy and rich, like, where you ain't gotta worry about certain shit for us financially. Like, yo, that's why I'll be understanding when motherfuckers be talking about, oh, it's lonely at the top. No, it's lonely when you got cut people off. Like, and you ain't on that level, but you got cut people off morally. And I tell people this all the time. I can hang around with anybody. The reason I don't hang around everybody and anybody, family, friends, a lot of times, because morally we ain't on the same level. That's why I cut people off. It's not financially. It got nothing to do with that. Right? So whatever position I'm in financially, it got nothing to do with that. I just don't fuck with people morally. So, like I said, I know sometimes money can change people to stop doing the immoral shit, because a lot of people do immoral shit because financially they feel like they got to do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, listen, a lot of times, I wish I was rich. I wish I had a lot of money, bro. Like that. Like, you know, worry about certain shit. But I'd rather worry about shit to be a sellout. I wouldn't stoop that low. Money don't mean that much to me, because you don't die with none of that shit. I'm just talking about being in the present, or how you feeling and shit that's going on around you. But at the end of the day, you don't die with none of that fucking money. Right? I can be the richest motherfucker in the world, or have all this money in the world and still be a horrible person, because I ain't got no morals and principles, because, you know, I got money. And then you die with all that money, and a lot of people around you hate you. Right? Listen, I hold that whole standards, and I'm gonna leave this with this. I hold the same standards. The reason I don't fuck with a lot of my family members and shit is, nigga, you don't fuck with me now, and I ain't really like that. Right? You think morally you better than me, or whatever the fuck the reason is, or whatever. But I don't want to see now one of these motherfuckers if I die at my funeral. Like, you get what I mean? If you didn't fuck with me when I was alive, motherfucker, how you fuck with me now? Because I'm dead? It's almost like spitting on my grave. motherfuckers, they don't even fuck with you. They don't even fuck with you. Hold on, I got a minute or two. Hold on, y'all, because I'm trying to warm my food up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, think about that shit. Motherfuckers be like, I be saying that shit all the time. Like, yo, family only fuck with you, yo, when like, when I moved away and shit like that. Like when I was there in the hood and shit, and I was there every day around everybody doing that shit when I wasn't who I was. I just a street nigga and shit. Everybody gravitated to me to a certain extent, right? But when you move, you get away and shit like that, and you start figuring out your life. A lot of shit around your life ain't the same, and the people that you hang around with, they morally ain't on your level, or you just on a different type of time frame. Motherfuckers be, yo, family will switch up on you real quick. I noticed that about my family. That's why, like for me, I don't treat my family no different than I treat my friends, and I don't treat my friends no different than my family. Right? Because I've been with street niggas to do the same shit. Like you need to show love up to all these niggas and shit, and then niggas turn their back on you. You treat them like family, and they do the same shit. So it's like that shit is the same to me. So yeah, but I watch motherfuckers, like I watch people that ain't like I watch, like that's why I don't go to funerals. That like it's not. I don't like to see people like that, right, when they dead like that. Because that's the last image I got of them. Every time I go to a funeral, that's my last image. I know shit or whatever, you know the person, you can reminisce on certain shit, but my last image of you is you dead. And I don't like that image. Right? So, and I've been around death a lot. Right? So I don't like this, that's my last memory of you. That's why I don't go to funerals. But when I do go to funerals, I watch people go to funerals. Motherfuckers ain't hung around this person in years. They heard they died. And then next thing you know, they go to the funeral. Talk how much they love him, Kim. I ain't talked to him, nothing. That's why I don't want people. You don't fuck with me, you don't know me like that. Don't show up to my shit. Listen, I know, just me thinking about it, I know I will feel disrespected. Because I'm disrespected. I feel disrespected by it now. No, you don't fuck with me now. I die. Yeah, don't fuck with me now. I say that shit to my father and my mother, nigga. We don't fuck with each other now. Well, how the fuck would you come to my funeral? Me as a kid, that's your memory of me being a kid or whatever. But as a grown ass person, you couldn't fuck with me as a grown ass person. You didn't like me or whatever you thought, right? You shouldn't come to my funeral. I ain't coming to yours. Listen, if me and my dad, we still where we are, mom and shit like that, nigga, I'm not going to a funeral for what? It got nothing to do with me, bro. Nothing to do with me. You listen, people think that shit is harsh. Like it's not, bro. It like you don't go if you're not fucking with somebody and you go to a funeral just because they say, well, you supposed to show. No, nigga. I'm supposed to show up to shit. Why would I go to a funeral where I don't fuck with somebody? That don't make no sense. While I'm sitting there being fake and phony, I didn't fuck with them when they was alive. This is what it is. Listen, I love my grandma, nigga. She died dead of my. When that happened to the people I'm talking about, I'm not going to a funeral. For what? They don't fuck with me now. I'm going. What I'm making amends for, they dead. We could have made amends when they was alive. They didn't want to do that. Fuck we making amends for? Me going to the funeral for what? Me going around you motherfuckers and motherfuckers gonna talk about you or talk behind your back and shit. Oh, he popped up, he showed up. Oh, he showing for nothing else. Okay. Nigga, but I'm not coming. See, the one thing about me, I'm equal into whatever I give out, I'm okay to receive it. Gotta be okay with that. And the crazy shit about it is that a lot of motherfuckers that's my elders and niggas that's older than me, they died. They're older than me, bro. I'm 45. A lot of them, they dying and shit. And I ain't close to them. Yeah, it hurts. It feels a certain type of way. But, yo, I can't be fake about that shit. If we ain't good now, fuck. We can't have a conversation now. Look, listen, I don't even attempt to try to call no motherfuckers no more. Try to. They think whatever they think about me. It is what it is, bro. You can't change how people think about you if they don't care to. Because like I told you, people live their lives, bro. And so they don't, like, you try to tell motherfuckers blah, blah, they like, nigga, whatever, nigga. Like, a lot of my family, they like that. I don't fuck about that shit. Nigga, how you gonna do whatever you gonna fuck up, whatever. Yeah, fuck. You know what I mean? After my aunt, I thought shit was gonna change after my aunt died. Almost 2 years ago. Nothing changed. It was even talking shit when I got there. Before I got there, or when I got there, it was like, matter of fact, before I got there, they was talking about it. They told me later, it was like, oh, nigga, we was gonna have a problem when you didn't show up. Like, fuck. I was gonna show up for him. I was close to my cousin at the time. I was gonna show up for him. I didn't show up for you niggas. I don't hang, like, I told him, I don't hang around you niggas like that. Like, I show love. That's just one of my favorite aunts. Like, I fuck with her. Yeah. And I showed up for him. I didn't show up for y'all. You niggas, they acting like they I supposed to give a fuck about what they meant. Actually, I was offended by them saying that. Like, nigga, we don't even talk. The fuck you talking about? Like, my aunt, I would talk to her. So it wasn't like, nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers that were saying it to me, it was like, nigga, I don't even talk to you niggas like that. See you niggas in years. Talk to you in years. Fuck you, how you gonna tell me about me? Showing up the wet. Fuck out of here. You have to be real with yourself, people. It's not even about the people. It's not even about the family members. It's not about the motherfuckers. It's about you. What's real to you? How do you feel to go to somebody's shit that you don't fuck with? And you sitting there pretending that you care. Right? Like, yeah, you care that the person is dead. Yeah, having humanity, I get that. But I don't want to be fake either. If the person I done fuck with that died, like, okay. You're like, well, that could you gotta be be a better person. I'm a better person because I'm realizing that I'm not gonna go to somebody's shit that I don't fuck with. And they didn't fuck with me. Like, I'll be telling niggas all the time. Listen, they send me some shit for my grandmother's birthday coming up, right? '80-something birthday. My dad, I don't know if he made a mistake to send it to me or he just sent it out, like a group thing. Maybe he did. But I'm like, I'm not going. For what? She don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with her. Like, I don't fuck with him. He don't fuck with me. Like, I don't even fuck with that side of the family. Like, no more. Like, I told you, yo, after my aunt shit, yo, listen, I was done. And then after my cousin and shit that I did fuck with on that side of the family, I did, man, him fall out. I was like, man, I don't even have an open mind to that shit no more. We just don't fuck with each other. It is what it is. You do you, I do me. Sisters and shit. You know what I mean? Brothers, like, these niggas, like, I can't keep living my life around motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about me and keep worrying about it and keep being upset about it. You gotta let that shit go. You gotta let it kind of be what it be, man. You know what I mean? I'll be working on myself every day about that shit. Like, that shit bothered me that I ain't close and we ain't doing shit like that. But I can't make people be like, I can't make people care about some shit that they don't care about. Like, that shit is like you doing your job and their job. Or relationships wise, emotionally wise. Like, nah, nigga, I'm not doing that. I'm not going out of my fucking way if you not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we grown people. It's not like I'm talking about people that's young for like my niece, my little cousins and shit, nieces and nigga, they ever reach out to me. I ain't got no beef with them. Like, you get what I mean? Because it's different. You know what I mean? They didn't hurt me. They didn't not fuck with me. Nigga, a lot of them, even though they know me when they was young, but they grown as adults. I don't know them like that. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but I'm just saying, like, I don't hang around them like that. First of all, I'm too grown to be hanging around them like that. But like I said, they got their own parents. They parents full of stuff. Like, you can't dictate that shit. That's why I said my daughter ever wanted to get with her family members and shit, I wouldn't deny it. Like, nigga, that's her. She want to do it, she do it. You know what I mean? But I explain some shit to her, but I won't deny her. Like, nigga, that's my life choice. You know what I mean? That's my, you know what I mean? My life. That ain't hers. Her life be different. They might treat her better. And that's okay with me. I'm good with that. But no, not for me. No, they don't treat me good. So I don't fuck with them like that. Nigga, listen, friends of mine, homies of mine, can't fuck with them. You know, I'm not gonna play them stupid ass games with niggas. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. Like, I ain't got time for that shit, man. I'm too grown for that shit. Like, I fuck with people I want to fuck with. You know what I mean? And the crazy part about it, my old friends and shit, they still got effect on me. That way to the point I don't even want to fuck with new motherfuckers like that. I'm very skeptical and shit. But I said to myself, this year on my birthday, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna go fuck with niggas. I know I'm cool with certain motherfuckers that I fuck with. I'm gonna go and hang out with niggas on my birthday. Just do some new shit, yo. Cause I can't be still stuck of just being like, I ain't gonna fuck with this nigga, fuck with that nigga, go out hang with that nigga. Like, you get what I mean? That shit'll fuck your life up, man. When you be stuck. And you be thinking like, why ain't nobody you ain't got no friends and shit. I can get friends, nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't that horrible of a person. I ain't got no fucking friends. But when you don't fuck with people, of course you ain't gonna have no friends. And you scared of every fucking thing, or you don't want to make friends. Of course you ain't gonna have no fucking friends. So yeah, that's my shit for my birthday. Like, nigga, I'm just gonna hang. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get out my bubble. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be afraid to hang with motherfuckers. New motherfuckers. I ain't talking about, and mind you, it ain't just new motherfuckers. This is motherfuckers I've been known for a little minute, but I just don't hang with them. I don't hang out with people. Shit, I used to let people over my house all the time, nigga. I don't let people over my house no more. Fall out with certain niggas? Nah. Niggas come to my crib no more, man. Like, my homie and shit, like niggas be getting mad because I'm like, yo, if I, like, the last time, like, I'll tell you some real shit. And I'm gonna leave this as this. I'm gonna tell my man, and his son is my goddaughter. I mean, it's my godson. My daughter is his goddaughter. We good peoples and shit. Like, when we talk, nigga, we don't miss a beat. It's shit like that. We cool. We don't see each other. We don't fuck each other like that. Right? We cool. Like it ain't like that. But a man and shit. But yeah. Last time I hung out with that nigga, man, he had a family member that fucked up with his sister or some shit like that. And he was a white dude. Called me out my name. Called me niggas and all types of shit. I remember that shit. I already fucked this nigga up. Fucked this dude up. This was years ago, but I remember that shit. I don't remember that. But that was the last time I really, really, like, kind of hung out with him. Hang out with that nigga. Any other time I hung out with him, he came to my shit. I don't go to this shit. You get what I mean? Because I would never let no nigga in my presence, a white boy, ever disrespect somebody black in front of me. And this nigga ain't even fully black. And that's the crazy shit about it that I'm talking about. So he probably didn't think nothing was wrong with it. But you always keep that shit in your mind. You think about shit like that with certain motherfuckers. So I never hang with them. I don't hang with that nigga like that. I know that's not hung with you, nigga. You let a white boy disrespect me. That was years ago, but we was cool. I got over it, but it was just when we was young too. But and he probably was okay in that type of environment. He wasn't no other black dudes there, but I didn't like how he was talking. You know what I mean? And it was like, nah, bro. Like I never felt very like it was only one white dude. That's why I say it's only the white dude that you know that you comfortable with using the N-word, right? I had a white dude that used that shit, and I was cool with it. But you never, people outside of that, I never was cool with white people using that word around me. I don't fuck how many black dudes they know. If they ain't part of who I know who they are, and I know them, no, you can't use that word around me. It's always uncomfortable. But anyway, leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. Oh shit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, God damn it. There we go. All right. Leave comments, hit that like button, support your boy, Mr. OBI. Peace and love to the world.